So I might be doing a little bit of multitasking.
Yeah, same. I mean,
hello.
What they say, you can't spell multitasking without tit.
What?
I mean, you're not wrong.
How is everybody?
Hey, friends! How you doing?
Look, I still have this
Greetings.
one puzzle that I didn't finish, even though I
You also
spent, like,
can't
an hour
spell
thinking
assassin without two asses.
It's true.
It's true.
Okay, that would make sense.
They both make sense in Stokerland.
No, stop. Get out. Penalty box.
Although I feel
Don't
like I do
fear
have
ya.
to admit to the chat that part of the reason I was not braining yesterday is because, you know, VR has taken my soul.
I wonder whose fault that is.
I wonder.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me. It's all. I'm blaming Crystal.
I'm sitting on the side with a flag saying, "Please come back, Croo."
And I'm
Oh
like,
my
it's
God.
too late,
Back
GC.
here.
They're gone.
Just wait, Stoker. I'll find a bat one that'll entice you, and you'll be like,
I know I'm gonna eventually get sucked in, especially if someone like you starts making custom avatars and I get one that
Lord.
actually looks like Stoker.
Oh my God, dude! Forget about getting a job or a career or anything. I want to learn Maya and Unity just so I can do this, just so I can make hot furry bods for everyone to wear and cavort around and do I don't want to know, you know.
Do I don't want to know?
Yeah.
What if I want to know?
Well, I mean, well, then get over there.
I
Get
don't
over
wanna
here.
know for our lives to be over.
Oh, God. But
I was just sitting on the island with my cardboard box.
there you go.
Ashley says,
Anyway.
good thing I don't think my computer can handle VR chat. If you're not feeling the FOMO, maybe you shouldn't get started.
Yeah. If it's not for you, that's okay. I've been trying not to push it on everybody. But anyway, how's everybody doing in the VR chat tonight? Oh, I'm sorry.
You know, you can always suggest, Jonas. It's up to your inner demons or inner instincts to give in.
I've not been trying to push it on everyone, Jonas lied.
I should get a newer CPU. Mine is pretty old at this point, and it shows sometimes.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise, this challenge is difficult. Okay, so for anyone who's played Balatro, I'm doing the challenge modes, which are little extra unlockable things that make just little challenges to overcome. There are 20 of them. I have beaten 19 of them, and I am on the very last one. This challenge is self-explanatory. It is called Jokerless.
Wow, that sounds hard.
That is just cruel.
It's
That is
very
cruel.
Well, the one before it was called Cruelty.
No, this is more cruel.
Yeah, well, let me see. What was the description of cruelty again? Let me take a quick look.
How dare you accuse me of being corrupted? By the way, have you seen...
In order to do Jokerless, I'm assuming you have to absolutely master the other card effects.
Yeah, Jokerless, you can only manage Jokerless with,
Balatro is literally built around using jokers. I can't imagine going without.
I've gotten pretty far in Jokerless at this point. I've gotten to, ante 6 or 7 at this point with Jokerless, but you have to beat ante 8 in order for it to count as a victory. Yeah, you just have to focus on trying to play really easy hands like Flush. That's one of the easiest ones to get from out the gate. And you gotta upgrade the power of Flush, and you gotta use and abuse tarot cards to thin out your deck and add effects to your cards, etc. Because you have no jokers.
No jokers, none at all.
Let's
No
see.
joking.
The one before this, the one's called Cruelty. Small blinds and big blinds give no reward money, so you only get reward money from, interest, card effects, and bosses. And you are limited to 3 Joker slots. And the one before that, which really gave me fits, was called Golden Needle. You start with $10. Each discard costs you $1, and yes, you can go all the way into the negatives. But you're given 6 discards and started with the credit card joker, which allows you to buy stuff and go into debt up to minus $20.
Credit card joker.
And the worst part of that one is you get to play only one hand per round.
Wow.
That one gave me fits, but I did it!
I can't. When you say credit card joker, the first thing I heard is Mark Hamill say, "Hey, Bats, I got your worst enemy right in my pocket here, a credit card."
A bat credit card? Okay, anyway.
A joker credit card.
No, it's a nostalgic. Well, never mind. Anyway.
I know what skit you're talking about. I loved it too.
Okay, good.
I love how he basically did like three skits, and then the third one was like them that had to restrain him with the jackets.
Oh shoot, I'll be right back. Hang on 1 second.
Oh, I'll bet
I was
you'll
gonna
be
say,
right back.
Rick, if you're braining tonight, it might not be for long with this puzzle.
I'm braining better than I was last night. Especially since last night, I only got through 2 of these gold door puzzles.
Oh, I should have done that. Oh well. So, aside from driving you completely mad, how is the new DLC?
It is more of the same. Because, how DLC usually works.
Rick's
Yeah,
like,
fair.
I got my crack of puzzles. I got my crack of puzzles.
You heard it here, folks. GC got his crack.
Base game did not have this emphasis on lasers.
Puzzles aren't my crack.
Yeah, they actually did not have a lot of laser puzzles in this one. They did have laser puzzles, just was significantly de-emphasized in favor of the other mechanics.
The second world is gonna be more similar to the base game.
By happening, this can't be. Fuck it, I'm not gonna do it. Heart cards debuffed. I literally just made a bunch of heart cards. You bastard.
Just do what Papyrus Undertale would do.
And what would Papyrus Undertale do, Frederick?
Make you blue.
Oh, fair.
Dabu dee dabu die.
Dabu dee dabu die?
Dabu dee dabu die.
Dee babu die.
Oh my god, back.
Ermagerd, welcome.
Ermagerd.
Ermagerd! You remember when that was everywhere on the internet for 5 minutes?
Yeah.
That was the same year that gifted us the monkey Jesus.
Ah, yes, the annals of mimetic history on the internet. Who can forget?
Not me, apparently.
Someday it'll be like a generational inheritance. Parents will tell their children that they were there at that moment when the meme dropped.
There 3,000 years ago.
Yeah.
When the strength of men failed.
Yeah. You ever wonder if there were deities that began as just jokes or were severely misinterpreted?
Wait.
I mean, I don't know that we have to wonder that. I'm sure there
Like,
There's plenty of examples of deities that have been severely misinterpreted.
but I mean, like, I'm just thinking like stuff that we revere now. Ancient concepts were just like.
Oh, you mean like
one-off
Shmogoth?
Yeah. I mean, anything. Any god that we don't know a lot about, make assumptions about, or there's cultural inheritance about. Like for example, imagine somebody like Paul Bunyan or Johnny Appleseed 1,000 years from now becoming this like this deity, where he rides a blue ox or whatever, stuff like that. It's
And that's just Johnny Appleseed.
Right, yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
go on.
Yeah. The ancient game of telephone. Turn like for example, Anubis going from like somebody who has these like lean black dogs having a dog head. I'm not that wasn't actual, but I'm saying it could have been something.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. It's kind of like the best example that I know an awful lot about on this particular topic, because I'm me, would be Lucifer. Lucifer is an excellent example of exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because that is one hell of a game of telephone that gave us the concept of Lucifer as in the devil version. Because, so, for those of you who don't know how this goes,
Our buddy Lou.
My buddy, wherever I go, he's there. Okay, so for those of you who do not know, the name Lucifer in the Bible is mentioned exactly one time in the King James Version, in the book of, I do believe, Isaiah, unless I'm mistaken, and if I am mistaken, it's a different book.
Lucifer.
I'm sorry, what?
I said Lucifer.
Lucifer, thank you.
The second time,
But,
Lucifer. Second one.
And there's
You're about to lose a toothifer. Anyway,
Good. Continue.
okay, so the King James Bible is an Anglification of the Latin translation of the Bible, known as the Vulgate, the Vulgate, the Vulgate. I don't know, however you would pronounce it, depending on who's saying it. So it's a translation of a translation, is what I'm saying. Possibly even a translation of a translation of a translation. But a few things get lost. Yes, Jonas. A few things, in other words, do get lost in translation.
Always. I mean,
Yeah, no, translation is very difficult at the best of times.
Especially like, continue.
So, in the Hebrew version of the Isaiah verse, the word Lucifer is not used. Instead, it is a Hebrew term or a Semitic, like, Canaanite, whatever term,
right.
Which I believe is Halel ben Shahar.
Wow, that's a new one.
Actually, it's a
Just
very
like
old
video
one.
games released in Europe up 2 generations ago, which would be translated from English, which was translated from Japanese.
Right.
Yeah, it's exactly the same situation.
It will be in about
Actually-
2,000 more years.
Yeah, I was gonna say, actually, there's a very thin line between religion and fandom. But anyway, am I wrong? Of course I'm not.
You're not that wrong.
I mean, fan is short for fanatic. Come on.
Jesus fandom.
Yeah, the Jesus fandom is a very big, very popular, very toxic fandom.
The Pokemon, Digimon fans.
So, the Isaiah verse that invokes the name of Halel ben Shahar is a verse where the prophet is addressing a king and basically telling him that he done fucked up. That's how I would have translated it. He done. Just imagine a preacher, and from the book of Isaiah, you done fucked up.
You done fucked up.
And that he's going to, be cast down from his high place into a place of, humility. And at one point, he refers to the king he's addressing as Halal ben Shahar. Now, in the context of the verse, he is directly addressing this king, this human mortal king. And if you read the entire passage, it's very obvious that he's speaking to a person and not to a spirit. Because, he talks about, like, this guy dying and everything,
Right, yeah. If he was talking to a spirit, he'd be like, you and your ectoplasm.
Yeah, basically. He slimed me. That's from the extended edition of the Bible, the one that's 3 hours long, and it includes the mouth of Sauron.
Oh yeah,
but
cut, yeah, love that one.
What the fuck is wrong with me? So
the one with Josh Brolin doing motion capture as the devil.
Yeah, basically.
Watch that. Go on.
Yeah, I'd watch it. Fucking. Anyway, so. The exact meaning of him doing this is not entirely certain, but there is a linguistic connection to a solar deity from the Ugarites.
No kidding.
Which is a real name. It is not something Jonas came up with.
No, I'm familiar with. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
They were like a Semitic tribe, right?
Yeah, they were one of the many tribes in the area.
Yeah.
So it's possible that basically that the prophet was doing a mythology name drop, a reference to compare.
When you type that name, I think the captions missed it.
I do not think the captions could possibly get that.
Which one do you want me to type? Halal ben Shahar or Ugarite?
All of them, I guess.
I'll do it after I'm done. But,
Here, Fred, I'll type them for you in the stream chat.
There you go. Jonas is being the nice guy. Well, I'm being a big old jerk.
I don't think I can type them out.
So... It's thought by some that basically, he's comparing him to this mythical figure who also suffered, a mighty fall, to be like, this is you, this is what you're gonna be doing.
So basically, sort of like, what's it called? Like, the synthesis of two different...
Syncretism?
Syncretism, yeah, thank you.
A little bit, yeah. Or just using a story everyone was familiar with.
Right.
A pop culture reference, if you will.
Right, yeah. Well, I mean, on a long scale, that's the same thing,
Yeah, basically. And now open up the text of Ready Player One.
Oh,
God. So, thousands of years later, of course, this context is lost.
Yeah.
And, they get to, translating the Old Testament, the Hebrew Bible, into Latin for the first time, and they look at Halal ben Shahar.
Yeah.
And it is they're looking for the best equivalent, the best comparison they can make to that. And one of the nicknames for the planet Venus, the morning star in Latin, is Lucifer.
Right, light bringer.
And that is also the name of a very, very, very minor deity in the Roman pantheon that we know almost nothing about at this point. So they're like, that's a good enough equivalent. And so they do so. Now, it's not immediately that they decide Lucifer and the devil are the same person. That takes a few more centuries.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, this is really funny. Lucifer was used as a title for Jesus in Christian hymns for a few centuries before they decided it was the devil's name.
Nice.
You can find these. They're still in some books. But then all these ages later, someone's looking at this fall narrative and it's like, this sounds an awful lot like that story of the dragon in Revelation.
Yeah.
And
the serpent thing pops up in almost every culture. But go on.
yeah. Well, I mean, serpents are everywhere because
Right.
I mean, snakes are everywhere.
Well, I mean, there are consistent features, but go on.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but sometimes they're more positive than they are negative. Like,
that's right.
they can be symbols of, renewal and wisdom and bite your ankle.
Yeah, but
That's an important symbolism.
Mm-hmm.
This lore
What's
is
this
almost
symbol?
as complex as Homestuck's.
Nice. Well, LOL.
But Flo Nya says there are dragons in the Bible, and okay, yes, the Book of Revelation, which is full of weird symbolism, has the devil depicted as a dragon with 7 heads, fighting against the angels in heaven. If nobody has painted that on the side of a van, then we as a culture are missing out.
Yeah. Dragons in the Bible are more like worms, like serpenty, wyverny things.
Well, I mean, I don't know very many snakes with 7 heads.
No, yeah.
No, in Revelation, it's just straight up a dragon because Revelation is full of symbolism.
Well, but but they don't. Do they call it Draco? What?
It
word?
is dragon.
Oh,
It
okay.
explicitly says dragon.
All right,
Well, again, though, this is Revelation we're talking about, which is full of bizarre imagery. I mean, this is the same book that has an army of demons that are part locust, part scorpion, part man, part machine, part time.
oh shit! It's like Super Sentai shit. They're giant robots.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Wait.
You ever heard the
But,
theory that Revelation came from a bad drug trip or something?
I mean,
With the I saw the wheel in the sky and the angel that was all eyeballs. I mean, come on, that kind of sounds like
the wheel in the sky and the angel that was all eyeballs. Yeah, I like
That's a
the
quote.
yeah, Saint John the Revelator.
Revelator 2, Judgment Day. Anyway,
That would actually work as a title, is the funny thing. But no, they saw that and they were like, "Oh, could be," and that basically is where we got the idea that Lucifer was his quote-unquote real name before he fell. I mean, there's some
Man, I've been missing out. Only hearing about the Cliff's Notes on the Bible.
There's some precedent for it too. I mean, there's also in Jewish sources we have the angel Samael or Samael, if you prefer, who's kind of like an early draft of Satan in some ways. Yeah, he's the beta.
the beta test of Satan. Wow, that's getting convoluted.
What about the Lord of Flies?
What about the Lord of the Rings?
Beelzebub. So, Beelzebub.
Bajebur. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Queen Bee from Hell of a Boss.
Oh boy.
Which is a very, very untraditional take on the figure of Beelzebub.
Right.
So, traditionally, Beelzebub, or how did you pronounce it, Jonas?
Bajebur. I'm not saying that's right, but I think that's what it was originally.
There's a few different ways.
Yeah, like a title, like Prince of, Lord of the Flies.
Yeah, so, well, the Baal part comes from Canaanite religion, because Baal is just a general title. It essentially means Lord.
Right.
And the Canaanites had all these different gods, Lord this, Lord that, Lord Vader, Lord Sidious. And obviously because the Israelites, by the time of the compilation of the Hebrew Bible, were very monotheistic. They weren't super into this.
Yeah.
The only mention that I am aware of in the Old Testament, the Hebrew Bible, the Torah, all that stuff, only mention I can think of Beelzebub in there is when one of the kings of Israel, and I forget which one it is, he's sick or injured, he's scared for his life, and he tells someone to inquire of the god Beelzebub if he's going to be okay or not.
Right.
And this gets him on one of God's prophets' bad sides, and that prophet says, just goes to him and is like, so God's told me because you decided to consult with Beelzebub instead of him that you're going to die. And yea, verily he did.
Let's see.
You got it?
I don't know yet.
Nice.
Hang tight, Silver.
I'll hang tight. Trust me, I can go on about this for days. Listen, man, I think I've mentioned it on the stream before, but there was a time in my youth I considered becoming a pastor.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
No, I mean, Mom once casually suggested I'd make a good rabbi. And I was like,
you need to grow your beard out
Really?
more.
oh yeah, that's
I mean,
impossible.
maybe in the Church of Satan.
Ugh.
I mean, I know my family was all about that preaching thing. Yeah, we got it.
Nice.
Yay!
It was apparently really obvious I was just doing one wrong thing for one
Isn't
of
that
my
how
solutions.
Isn't that how puzzles and games always work?
That's always annoying.
Uh-oh.
Man,
It is the moment
maybe it is a missed
after
calling.
the last moment.
Yeah, it was one of those
I
that
do
are
not
simple
exist.
only in retrospect.
I should not
Right.
exist. Everything is dark, but there shouldn't be darkness. There should be nothing. And yet, I am. And in this impossible moment, there is a light. The light is a place. I see the light, but the light also sees me. It knows my name. I reach out for the light, but it's too far away. Not yet, it says. Not yet.
Ooh.
Keep going.
So, not a read-me file then.
But what is it?
A mystery. Seems the universe still has a few of those in store for us. Well,
One or
we
two.
have plenty of time to think about it. 1K, time to come home.
Alright, so...
Kiko Atlas says, if you want
Death,
good puzzles, in my
be not
opinion,
proud,
The Witness is
though
something
some
good.
have called thee mighty and
Unfortunately, I've already
for thou
played
art
The
not
Witness,
so.
so
For those whom
90%
thou
of the
thinkest
point
thou
of playing The
dost
Witness on
overthrow,
stream
die
is
not,
destroyed.
poor death. Nor yet canst thou kill me. From
It's
rest
true.
and sleep, which but thy pictures be, much pleasure. Then from
But,
thee much more
oh yeah,
must
it was
flow,
Beelzebub,
and
that's what I was
soonest our
talking
best
about.
men with thee do go, rest of their bones and souls delivery.
We're not
Thou art
Also,
entirely
the
sure.
witness was also 10% Jonathan Blow navel gazing.
Yeah.
And dust with
Yeah.
poison,
I mean,
war,
he
and
did
We're
pick
not-
out
well.
some good
And
audio
folly or
logs. I
charms
found
can
them
make us
interesting.
sleep as well and better than thy strength.
We're not 100%
Why swellst
sure
thou then?
about
One
the
short
precise
sleep
origins
past,
and
we wake
meanings of
eternally,
Beelzebub.
and death shall
Some
be
people
no more.
believe it is translated
Death,
as Lord of
thou
the Flies.
shalt die.
Some people think it should be translated as Lord of the Flying Things, as in
Right.
Lord of Things with Wings,
Yeah, like
etc.
one of the flyers.
Yeah, exactly. There are even people who suggest that it is a mocking name given to a Canaanite deity by the Hebrews, the Israelites at the time, in which they are literally referring to one of the Canaanite gods as Shitlord.
Shitlord. Is that it?
That's it for this one. There's 2 more.
Oh, okay.
There's always more.
I was expecting it to be. Yeah, I was reading it. But yeah, I wouldn't be at all shocked if they did something like that.
Yeah, no, I mean, ancient shit talking is, humans have always been humans.
Mm-hmm.
How have you still not played a Megami Tensei, Stoker?
I haven't got around to it yet. I'm just a little guy.
Wait, who's that? Who's that? It's Bird. Bird woke up. Hi, Bird.
Hey, Miller.
Miller.
Bird woke up.
Hi, Miller.
How dare you read me like a book?
Miller has been unfried, finally.
Unfried.
All these woke birds.
Yeah. You missed laser tag, but yeah, that's okay. That'll be next time. You missed laser tag too, Stoker.
I was about to say there was laser.
Yeah.
And then
Actually,
I realized we were talking about VR chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. God.
Okay, so you know how real life VR rooms, well, I mean laser tag rooms, are just kind of janky.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's also a little janky, but it's significantly more interesting.
It's a little janky. It looks like a Tron set.
I mean, that seems appropriate for laser tag, though.
Yeah. Yeah, and it is a little janky, but it's fun. We had fun. I actually got some actual exercise out of that.
Hi, Ray.
Wow. Hello, Ray.
Hey, Ray.
We need to do that? I don't think so. I
Probably
didn't
not.
think it was going to be that long, like the entire actual end credits.
But the post-credit scene.
Isle of the Blessed.
Isle of the Blessed. With the big tipped over parking structure.
Yes.
It's like MC Escher tried to design a Rubik's Cube.
It's like MC Hammer tried to design one.
I mean, a hammer is one way to solve one.
Oh,
Caffeinated Lawyer says Shin Megami Tensei is certainly interesting when it comes to religion. Basically, a hodgepodge of various religions with an underlying of Gnostic cosmology.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that is kind of my jam, so it's a little bit surprising I haven't played it yet.
Crab Rave.
Oh, Crab, go away.
We're approaching the island now. Looks nice. A lot less threatening than the megastructure. I mean, no offense. It's, it's just less pointy.
No offense taken.
I hear Barzai has done an incredible job creating this exhibition. And what a lovely opportunity to spend some time together as a family. So, Yakut, Miranda tells me you'll be solving some of the puzzles?
Did she?
Dad, are you space? Yes, now we are a family again.
But,
back in my day, all we could do was solve puzzles.
That's right, in the simulation. And we're all very grateful for it.
Dad, we don't care.
How important puzzles are to this family.
Mom! Of course. I'm gonna solve
And that's some
all
heavy
the puzzles,
artifacting.
Even the
Say lovey.
giant cube.
I hear Barzai's even created gold puzzles and star puzzles. It's going to be just perfect for you.
Oh, that's great. Yay.
Yakut, don't listen to them. They're terrible old robots.
What? I'm the founder. Everything I do is serious.
I can confirm that.
Tee-hee.
We can talk about SMD or Persona all the time, but what about Resident Evil? The true religion.
So glad you
The
could
true
make it.
religion.
Hello, Mr. Mayor. How are
Zombie
things on
religion.
Barzai's Island?
Yes,
Barzai seems pretty pleased.
I'm only a practitioner of one of the smaller sects, Mauschliism.
And Melville's somewhere. She was testing the sensory
That's
receptor
definitely one of the more
upgrade.
reformed branches.
Al's here too. I haven't talked to him yet.
You should do that.
Maybe. Meanwhile, relax, enjoy yourselves.
Mauschliism.
And I heard you were going to be joining in the puzzling, Yakut.
He can do whatever he wants to. You don't have to solve puzzles to
Why
impress
does he keep calling him a cute? Why does he keep calling him a coot?
I can totally do this.
Excellent. Well,
I can totally
good luck,
do this.
and we'll see you around.
You get this, you're cute.
Yakut is totally me. He's green. He doesn't. He sucks at puzzles, but he's gonna do them anyway.
Yes, right. He's our boy.
You're cute. He's our man. If he can't do it, well...
GC can.
Yeah.
Well, 1K did.
Impress Miranda. Yeah.
I see we have a new group. Welcome to my latest exhibition.
Come on, give me an 8.
Freedom from necessity. There are many puzzles for you to solve here, inspired by the events that restored Athena to us. But the most important thing you have to keep in mind is their purpose, which is none. We are not here because of voices in the sky or tragedies of the past, but because we choose to. We solve puzzles because it is joyous, it is beautiful, and it is human.
Alright, Stoker.
Yes.
There are those in New Jerusalem
Do you know who
fear that
Barzai
understanding
is?
the language of creation is the end of our journey. But that
Every
is like
time
saying
someone
that
says
literacy
Barzai,
is the
I
end of
immediately
learning,
picture
when
one
in
of those
fact,
dogs with the
it is
long
the
noses.
Those are boys.
Only now are we really capable of reading
Yeah,
the
same
great
thing.
and terrible book of the universe. And only now can we start to write our own chapters.
There's no shame in using one of these to skip a puzzle. No one will even know.
Hack.
Except me. And
No one will
Barzai.
even know, he says in front of our stream audience.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Barzai is the high priest of
do
the
this.
Elder Gods
Oh.
in one of Lovecraft's stories.
Which one?
High priest of the Elder Gods in Ulthar and a teacher of Atal. Barzai is one of the Dreamland's mightiest sorcerers.
Dreamlands. Okay, so we're talking about we're talking about unknown Kadath then.
Sure.
You know, the dream quest of unknown Kadath. Not to be confused with the furry artist of the same name who named himself after.
Yep.
I feel like I just heard something I should have known.
That's why I asked Stoker you specifically if you knew this character, because it was a
Lovecraft
reference.
I mean, yeah, it's as soon as you mentioned which, you know, because like, problem with Lovecraft is he has so many weird names. It's a little difficult to keep track of them at times.
You need like the spotter's guide.
Yeah, basically, you need a program.
Chat says Nyarlathotep is a bitch.
Wow.
The whole name.
Wow.
How I feel whenever I'm trying to talk about Elden Ring bosses.
That's it. I did it. Don't sound so surprised. You're
Apparently, Rad
stupid.
is thinking about not doing the DLC. Which is a bit of a surprise.
I have heard that it's hard, and in the like getting one shot kind of way.
I hear that
DLC for what game?
Elden Ring.
Okay.
I haven't played it yet, but I heard because people are rushing too quickly in that game.
Yeah, you need to understand that the way to get into the DLC is that you have to beat Moog. Moog is like one of the near the end game optional bosses. So
Which Moog?
the real one, not the Phantom.
I never looked into which one is the real one.
The one which has...
The one that goes nihil, nihil, nihil?
Yes, that one.
Okay.
Because the other one literally has no lines.
Here, I thought Moog was just a synthesizer brand.
No, Moog is the incestuous god candidate.
How does that spell?
INCESTUOUS.
Joker. How's everybody doing in the chat?
Because in order to become a god, he had to become a consort. Or sorry, he wanted to become.
What got Stoker started on ancient religion, anyway.
I don't know.
He had to become a consort to an Empyrean, and the thing he figured is that he was like, oh, I'm gonna become a consort to my half-brother. So he kidnaps his half-brother, who's in like a coma, and tries to marry him while he's in a coma.
This is problematic. I'm going to be writing a Twitter post about this.
I mean, you do kill him twice in game.
It's not a Twitter post.
You kill his projection once, and then you kill him actually. It's like you kill Morgoth's projection twice.
Which time was it Doombot?
Always a Doombot.
Once
I've been
Doombot,
reading. I've been reading.
Souls games is always kind of fucked up. I mean, yes, usually, but with George R.R. Martin, it's even more so.
It'll always be kind of funny to me that George R.R. Martin is just. I mean, he's a great author, but he's kind of an ordinary dude. Like when he was talking with Stephen King, he was like, and you know, it was.
I mean, isn't Stephen King also just an ordinary dude?
I guess.
I mean, I know he's Novels Jorg, but
he's Novels what?
Novels Jorg.
Wow, nice.
I always
you know.
Georg.
Okay, fine, Georg. He's Novels Georg.
Georg.
He just goes into a cave and produces 5,000 novels a month.
Yeah.
You know, it's just.
No, but I just remember that one interview where he was like, "Yeah, I don't know, I just write," and George R. R. Martin's like, he's just like, "I don't know how you do that. That's crazy."
Can't take the driller through its own hole. I don't remember that one.
I think I remember that being a thing.
Yeah, but they did put a message up, I think, originally at least.
Okay, here's what you can do. Pick up the driller. Walk through where the red laser is, going to the receiver. Put the driller here. And then run around.
This is Driller night.
Oh, that cuts off immediately. Okay, maybe not.
Anytime I think of George R. R. Martin, I think about that one post that was like, George R. R. Martin is living every writer's dream, getting paid to write, and now he's living every writer's next dream, which is getting paid not to write.
The only way I can activate the blue receiver is through
Horsefield's block drillers.
Yeah. The only way I can get activate the blue receiver is through this copper wall here.
God.
Sorry, what?
That's what Glitch said in the chat.
Oh, a coke.
Wait a second.
Dick.
I'm an idiot.
You just a little.
I can't take the driller. I can take the other one. Alright. The inverter.
No, you're not. You're just a little nimbat. Oh.
That's what I was trying to say.
Oh, where'd you do it?
Athena and I are down by the beach. You're welcome to join us if you want to. All of you.
That happens often to me too. Overlooking the obvious is so easy in these puzzles.
Maybe we can compare notes. Sure.
if you want to experience some really weird input.
Why is Twitch showing me?
I'm trying to find a nice view.
Burger commercials.
Hold on, is Yakut the only one doing puzzles?
I get that all the time, and I actually kind of want one.
He did say he wanted to solve all the puzzles.
One what?
I think I'm going to try.
They're talking about burgers for some reason.
I suppose.
Twitch burger ads.
Yeah.
Damn.
Which
I really
burger?
should have gotten
Burger.
that insulation
Burger.
upgrade.
That
Or
is
got it
pizza.
tight in a
Like
while.
they've got that one pizza one with the weird hypnotic pizza eyes or whatever.
Isn't that just fucking what's the name of that game
pizza?
again? The one where you run around a lot.
Capino?
Yes, Pizza Tower, thank you.
Pizza Tower was something. That sure was something. That sure was a thing.
It was. I saw. I was there.
It was a really fun
years
game.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those once-in-a-lifetime experiences.
That was like a Wario game, wasn't it?
Yes.
A Wario game.
It's a Wario-like.
Wario-like.
Perfect.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Excuse you, it's a Wario Light because there's progression mechanics.
Oh my god.
Billy sound like cheep cheep cheep, baby bird, cheep cheep cheep.
See, that makes me think of like that weird Nissan Ramen commercial where the two threatening like the pepper and cheese characters are threatening that lady in the snow. They're just like.
Hell are you talking about?
All right, hold on. Now I have to leave it off topic.
Jonas, are you just making up commercials again?
No, hold on. This was a thing. It was weird. It was incredibly
I
weird.
mean, many things are.
I mean, here I'll just link this off topic, and I'll put it in Twitch chat too, so everybody can partake in this, whatever the hell it is.
Oh, well, that would be why. I don't tend to watch many Japanese commercials.
Well, you're missing out. There's a
Especially
bunch
back
of
in like the 90s.
There's a bunch of them with Arnold Schwarzenegger back in the day, and that's really weird.
No, you know the best Japanese commercial I've seen is the Ringo Starr apple juice commercial.
Did they use any of his MS Paint art?
No. But it is just funny seeing Ringo Starr show up in a Japanese commercial.
Sometimes you just need a paycheck.
That's true.
Try and get this.
You alright there, Jonas?
I'm vibing. Actually, I'm really worn out from the laser tag. Lol.
Laser tag sounds fun.
It is. But I'm trying not to push VR chat on everybody. So never mind.
Oh, really? You're not?
I'm not.
Like I said, Jonas is like, I'm trying not to push VR chat on everybody. Jonas lied.
Oh, of course. I should have realized you're typing VR chat. When I think WoW, I keep thinking, like, live WoWs. Does anybody go to them anymore? No.
I mean, I'm just as content to do like actual physical social stuff, but this is
I
fun.
prefer metaphysical social stuff.
Right, yeah. Kill me for Mindkind.
I prefer just hanging out in people's dreams.
I do too.
Don't give up on your dreams, kids!
Your dreams.
Okay, so I can drop this through this grate right here.
Yeah, I know I missed Ferality. I mean, that's why I got into VR chat, because my friends were posting pictures of them having fun in Ferality.
And then
Great.
Jonas pictured.
How are you finding the
pictures of
puzzles
him
so
having
far?
Fun in VR.
On average.
Yeah. Yes, I did.
On average? I don't know.
Jonas just wants to pet everyone.
Yes.
I do. I love petting people.
And
I
kind of want to be pet by everyone.
You know, in real life, I'm fairly restrained, and I will respect boundaries in virtual reality. Even if you don't want to be petted, I won't pet you. But if you do, if you start it with me, if you start like patting my little head, I'll just pick up my paws and go.
Yeah, just the moment he got his little grabby raccoon hands, they just magnetically attracted to me.
Too much power. Too much power.
See, when I was hanging out with some of the other people last night after Rick and Jonas slept when we were in that airship world, one of them had a really great avatar that we ended up using, which is, the avatar is just a pair of floating glowy hands, and that's it.
God. Amazing.
That would actually
We
be
are
a pretty
mainly a
good
petting
avatar.
simulator.
That's
My god, it's Nintendogs too.
Yeah. You said it. One of the places that I'm finding I like to hang out at a lot is the Clam Club, which sounds like a metaphor.
Or euphemism.
I really like that one too.
Yeah. It's run by Sync Otter, who is they're one of the folks one of the streamers we raid occasionally. And it's great. There's a beach. There's kind of a downstairs hangout area with a big screen. And we like
hot tub.
And hot tub, yeah. And we just kind of like hung out and I put on some Croo clips to show one of our friends who wasn't familiar with it. And it was good. It was fun. There's also like an island you can swim out to. It's good times. So that's one. If you're all on a beach chat, like sometimes you can find us there. Well, I shouldn't say us. You can find me there. Other folks.
Are the floating hands Mickey glows? No. So they're like blue glowy with star-like sparkles inside them. If you've seen any like furry art that's like a dozen floating hands assault you.
Can I smell radiation?
We basically did that to one person.
And telling me what the paint's made of.
Eyebrow is raising.
What does it feel like? It feels like summer. Like the day is still young and there's endless possibilities ahead of us. What we are now is only the beginning, and there is so much more to discover and to become, and I think those dolphins are mating. Am I supposed to be able to smell that? Right, let's smell something else. Over there.
Wow. Am I supposed to smell that?
Welp.
I like being pet. A funky dog out here. I like being pet in virtual space. I feel weird receiving actual affection in meat space, but if I'm in VR, fucking go for it. Just put your paws all over me. my cute little face. Woo.
He does have a very cute little face.
Yeah.
Just amazing listening to you go on about this.
Oh my god, it's so addictive. I swear to god, it's such an absurd dopamine kick. Like,
I know you said dopamine, but I heard it as bapamine, and I'm like, oh, we did do bappy paws.
Getting that bapamine.
Getting that bapamine.
Those little cute little neurochemicals. But no, really
Jonas has gone bye-bye,
Turn around,
Egon.
you can jump up the ledge at the end of the path.
Dopamine.
Oh, that ledge? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a door up there.
Dopamine.
Which button was fast forward?
You know what it is? It's not so much that, for me, I can't speak for others, but for me, it's not so much that I feel like a different thing. I still feel like myself in there. It's just that other people see me as a different thing, and their reactions are different. That's kind of weirdly refreshing. That's kind of strange, isn't it? Oh well, whatever. Fine.
I don't know, whatever. You're talking to a bunch
Well,
of
isn't that
birds.
what the
You
internet is
just
all
need to
about?
get your avatar dressed in a black t-shirt and camo shorts, and they'll react to you the same way they do in real life.
Hey. Tyro and I are probably going to work on the classes this weekend. Which may not be anything more than, like, transparent cylinders with a slightly higher refractive index. But nonetheless, it'll be interesting if we can get that all to work in Unity.
Is clothing on avatars significantly harder to render?
It's not
Depends.
harder. Yeah, it's not necessarily harder to render. It's harder to model.
If you've got the clothing just attached to the character, you're fine. But if you're trying to like simulate the cloth on top of the character, that's real hard to do. That's real hard to do that and not have it like clip through.
I don't.
Which is yet another argument in favor of furry nudism.
Yeah, I mean, I've been prancing around naked this whole time.
Yeah, that's kind of default.
I'm scandalized.
One more reason nudity is inherently superior.
See, same brain cell.
My character looks incredibly plain compared to all the crazy, sparkly, circuit tracer, neon, color changing, that magical, floating whatever shit.
I was just waiting to see how long that was gonna go on.
Yeah, we found one person in the clan club who had an otter avatar that like they had these points all over their body that sparkled. It looked like those like Christmas decorations that they have like a LED somewhere in the middle of them, and then there's a bunch of fiber optics.
Yeah.
That run up
yeah.
the surface to make them
Love
have
that
like
kind of shit.
Yeah.
RGB sparkles everywhere. Yeah, his character looked like that.
Yep. And he had the RGB beams. They were color changing beams. He called them the RGB beams.
Didn't you guys know that nudity is the secret superpower? The only problem is the more you use it, the more weaker it gets.
Just bring it over.
The J virus.
Anyway,
Yes.
Oh, and I took Ray shopping. I did Ray shopping for form.
Yeah, we went shopping.
Did you find one you liked, or?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna use the Drox.
Drox, okay, good pick.
I did find another one that was like an antlered canine, but the antlers were not, as far as I could tell, adjustable, and they were just gigantic, and that just kind of was a bit of a turnoff on that.
Oh no, gigantlers.
I just noticed, Jonas, you have your crazy face in Twitch. Where have you not affected with your crazy symbols? I'm now very curious. Yes, it's everywhere.
I have it as a Telegram sticker too.
It's even in Canada.
That's right.
It's even at the place I work at.
I am easily exportable. I can adapt to the metric system just fine. I'm just as crazy. I'm just as crazy in meters.
Oh dear.
He's going off
Crazy.
the rails on a crazy train.
He's crazy in meters.
Kiko says this year's Friday begins for visit. Yeah, I'll probably have like a stall with QR codes next year, just pointing people to my my commissions and whatnot. Seems like a good time. Also, probably gonna event at CozyCon.
Kiko
Hey,
says
that's a
this year's-
thing.
This year's Ferality became the biggest furry convention there has ever been.
Yeah, I could believe that.
Attendance
I mean-
of 21K.
Oh, damn it.
Virtually. I mean, I think the physical, the biggest one in real space is MFF. Okay. I don't know.
Oh no, I think it kind of like seesaws back and forth between MFF and Anthrocon at this point.
Yeah.
It's significantly far more accessible than going to a con in person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just look something up and let me look up the
And
first-
cheaper.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to go to a con in person, usually you need to buy a plane ticket. And how much does a plane ticket cost? About the same as a quest.
I mean, you can get one for less if you're willing to like deal with the cramped ass seats and not being able to cancel, and also getting like the red eye flight, which I don't.
Plus the hotel room and all the merch you will inevitably impulse buy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you still buy the merch at Ferality.
Yeah.
That's how they get you.
Yeah, that's how they get you. But yeah, I will definitely be out next Ferality.
That's how you get got.
Get got good. Get good at it.
Also, you don't risk your flight getting cancelled.
Yeah.
And you can't really accidentally lose part of your VR avatar going back home.
Yeah, you can't lose your luggage. Oh no, I lost the zip file. It's in the wrong instance. Bob gets says I'm going to take the train for the confusion to BLC. I'd love to do that, but that's like Amtrak is. I mean, that's a haul. That's a couple of days in and of itself, depending on where you are.
There's still something irreplaceable about meeting your friends in person, though, I think.
Yeah, I suppose.
Suppose it's all right, says Jonas.
Well, I mean, I'm going to cons for so long, I'm kind of fried out. My first convention was Anime America in '93, and back then it was like, wow, everything's new and amazing, and I didn't say any words. I just made mumbly noises like that.
Yeah, that's exactly how Jonas used to sound back in the day. As you can see, not much has changed.
Yeah. No, I was such an obnoxious fanboy. Like, you guys don't even know. I'm so glad nobody knew me in my anime phase. But
not even you. Even you didn't know yourself back then.
No, pretty much.
I think for all the ways that matter, though, meeting people in VR is the same. Like, what's the difference in real life? You get to see their skin. You
get to see
your
their
human,
skin,
like your
their
human
organs. You get to see their eyeballs.
In my others, is it required? It doesn't require skin; it requires eye contact. You can still get that in VR chat.
Yeah. You know what's?
I mean, fair, but in my hotel rooms, you get to see a lot of skin.
Yeah. The funny thing about VR chat is a lot of models. Not all of them.
I would not say it is the same.
A lot of the models have this weird geometry going with the eyes. I don't know if it's like flipped normals or something, but the eyes follow you, and so it always looks like from every angle.
Well, some of them are designed so that they have the concave thing with the irises. That's the same as in like actual fursuits.
Yeah,
but also some of them are that actually can move their iris around.
Right.
They're just coded to always look at you, the person whose client it is.
I think
so to every single person, they think every other person is looking at them.
Yeah, I think what it is, it's a sphere, but the front faces, the viewer facing faces are culled. Like, instead of back faces, it's like front face culling, and then like the iris is just a thing suspended in the middle. That's what I would guess if I had to.
For yours, that's how I think it's implemented. But I think for most others, it's just the eyes.
Is it just
the eyes are normal spheres? They can just actually rotate to point at something.
I'm not cool. I don't have moving eyeballs.
Oh, that sounds like something you should see a doctor about.
Yeah. But doctor, I am moving eyeball autism.
You are the moving eyeball? Okay.
Fucking lunatic.
and Talos is the only problem with IRL cons is people undersize their avatar. I have made it a point to not have a very like sexy avatar. My avatar is just like a sort of a cartoony looking raccoon. So
that way Jonas, there's nothing you can do to stop people from wanting to fuck your avatar. I'm sorry, you know it's true. It is absolutely impossible. You could like literally take the contents of a garbage can and empty them over his head, and someone would still be into it.
Yeah,
that would actually be kind of fitting, given.
Yes.
Raccoon.
Byron,
yes.
have you talked to Alcatraz yet?
Not yet. He was talking to Barzai, and I didn't want to interrupt them.
Uh-huh.
There was an otter guy at Laser Tag who had a fish accessory that he could toggle it so it was in his mouth and it would flop around in his mouth, or he could toggle it so it was in his hand. He could smack people with it. It was great.
That sounds great.
It's amazing. It's so ridiculous in there.
And over there.
I need to master the whole expressions thing in VR chat because my avatar almost always has this like half-witted,
sleepy-eyed.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say stoned, but
no.
Potato.
Yeah, but yeah, he always looks kind of half-lit and drowsy and mellow and like, hey, which works for me most of the times. It's I need to like remember that sometimes I want to have a different face on.
About
using mirrors
how
for a lot.
Yeah.
Think about how odd that statement is in any other context.
See, Rick's using this. Yeah, Rick's using this Typhlosion, and when it smiles, it's like this mouthful of like shark teeth. It's just like,
yeah, I know it's great.
Would.
I've never met Sonic Fox, but they seem cool.
It is a pretty good Typhlosion, yes.
I love the Typhlosion.
Yeah.
I am Typhlosion.
There you go. That's the stuff.
I am Typhlosion, and so can you.
Yeah.
And it's Histuian, so it has the ghost flames, which weirdly enough have bones in them, and you can kind of bob them around with your fingers.
Yeah, they're like gelatin.
Yeah.
I got bones in me too. Nobody's ever. You know.
Nobody's ever.
Nobody's ever.
Nobody has.
Nobody has.
Nobody ever will be.
Has anyone ever gone so far as to Typhlosion make people explode?
I mean, in a way.
Yeah. Some characters have bones in the in boobs, but I don't want to be like poke. Might be a bit rude.
You mean you do, but you restrain yourself.
Okay, look.
He's got you. He's got you dead to rights. I know what you're like.
Look with my always locked on eyes.
Yeah.
I have special eyes.
Special.
Look with your special eyes.
My hand. Okay. Another great thing I love about it is it gives me the chance to show people how much I gesture. You know, you've all seen it.
Yes.
You've all seen what yeah.
I mean, I live
Which color
with you.
section
I
are
already
you
know.
starting from?
Which color? I think that one over there means green.
Green means go.
doing anything? It's not even doing anything. Just blocking the path to the thing.
Wait, why am I doing this? That's what I should have been doing. That's what I should have been doing. Christmas!
Oh, Grandma.
You always know just what to say.
The other thing I'm kind of excited about, as far as like VR stuff, is that they have games like mini golf and freaking like pool, and you know, the aforementioned laser tag. I feel like those could be interesting little stream experiences. I'm gonna eventually try and like.
What is that?
Figure out how to I might do a test stream where I bridge VR chat and OBS, and we'll see how that goes.
I would assume they're kinda janky like laser tag, though. Not like a dedicated made video game like Gold with your enemies.
Well,
Frederick, I see what you did.
Anyway, there's options. There was one game Crystal introduced me to. That was sort of like, it was like Find the Spy, where one of us would be the spy. Have I already talked about this?
I don't know, have you?
One of us would be the spy. Only the spy knows who the spy is. We'd all be asked questions. The questions pop up on the screen. The spy has to guess what the question is and answer either yes or no, or sometimes a quantity. And then based on the responses, we have to guess who the spy is.
Oh, duh. Yeah.
It's pretty fun.
Well, that sounds pretty fun, Jonas.
It is. It's pretty fun. I'm sure the infatuation will end at some point, and I'll just be like, yeah, whatever.
No, never.
Never. Fine, never.
It's a permanent part of our lives now.
Fucking pet me forever. Give me all the
Oh,
pets.
shit.
I mean,
I did
will.
a thing.
Once I have hands.
Again, think about how all of that sounds out of context.
Right. Do you need to go, Stoker?
What?
You said that you did a thing.
What?
You were. I heard you exclaiming. I thought maybe you needed to.
Oh, you're talking about what I was muttering about like seconds ago. I've moved on with my life since then, dude.
Okay.
I'm a completely different man now.
Yeah, clearly.
I've shed like so many skin cells since then.
Maybe don't share.
Biologically processed so many elements.
Yummy.
Within my innards.
Stop! I can.
The meme is stop. I can only get so erect.
I was gonna say it. How's everybody?
It's okay, Jonas. I said it for you. I'm willing to say what you're not.
How's everybody doing today?
See, this is why you need to very seriously consider whether or not you want me to join you in VR chat.
Oh my god.
Absolutely.
I mean, really?
Stoker, I can tell you one thing. You will be incredibly popular. Oh, Lord.
You're probably right.
You get God, there are some specific people I want to introduce you to.
Uh-oh.
Lord. You're getting in trouble.
There are some specific people I want to inflict you upon.
Hang on. What kind of trouble are we talking about?
I don't know.
All the kinds you can imagine and more.
Yeah. All the flavors of the rainbow.
Flavors, you say?
Yeah, all the flavors. Yes, even that one. Even the forbidden flavors. But no.
Forbidden flavors like fruitastic?
Fruitastic. Careful, Rick. That's a bit extreme.
Forbidden flavors like maggot cheese.
Oh no! Why are you invoking Kazumaru? We're having a sexy moment.
Isn't that Italian? Should we make Frederick answer for those crimes?
I think it's Sardinian. I'm not sure. Frederick, where's...
You're telling me a sardine made this cheese?
Frederick, where's the Italian maggot cheese from? I don't want to Google.
You know this, Frederick.
Sardinia, I think.
Okay. There's a German one too. That's the same concept. It's made by like little spiders. I forget what it's called. It's so nasty. Why do
you know
people
where Sardinia is?
It's an island.
That's where all the sardines come from.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, I think that's true. Well, not all of it. I mean, that's where they... Yeah.
That one over there, that one's from Detroit.
Yeah.
Anyway, sometimes, I guess some people just want some cheese with some extra protein.
I mean, I'm not gonna disparage it.
Sometimes you want crunchy. You want crunchy cheese.
Well, there's also this German stuff called Milbenkirsch.
It's called Buggencheesen.
Yeah, no, really, they use little mites. They use little mites to make it.
Yeah, they make the Buggencheesen.
The yeah. But I have to show you the monument to the cheese mite monument. Hold on.
How's it going, honey?
Oh, you think I'm kidding? But no, there's.
I know you're not kidding. That's what makes it funny.
Hold on.
Calling you honey sounds weird, doesn't it?
Let me show the chat too.
Yeah, it kind of does.
You gotta save it.
Then what? Darling? Sweetheart?
Ein Monument to Buggencheesen.
Well, I mean, it's like
I don't even eat food.
They build like it's a giant marble mite.
Aww, you're cute.
She said it.
Ooh.
They should book They Might Be Giants.
Nice. No, but I want to be like a tour guide for that town and be like, yes, this is a tribute to H.R. Giger.
I have a thing to read.
Oh, sorry.
The jest of the gods. Once the older gods had need of laughter. Therefore they made the soul of a king, and set it in ambitions greater than kings should have, and lust for territories beyond the lust of other kings, and in this soul they set strength beyond strength of others, and fierce desire for power, and a strong pride. Then the gods pointed earthward, and sent that soul into the fields of men to live in the body of a slave. And the slave grew, and the pride and lust for power began to arise in his heart, and he wore shackles on his arms. Then in the fields of twilight the gods prepared to laugh. But the slave went down to the shore of the great sea, and cast his body away, and the shackles that were upon it, and strode back to the fields of twilight, and stood up before the gods, and looked them in their faces. This thing the gods, when they had prepared to laugh, had not foreseen. Lust for power burned strong in that king's soul, and there was all the strength and pride in it that the gods had placed therein, and he was too strong for the older gods. He whose body had borne the lashes of men could brook no longer the dominion of the gods, and standing before them he bade the gods to go. Up to their lips leapt all the anger of the older gods, being for the first time commanded, but the king's soul faced them still, and their anger died away, and they averted their eyes. Then their thrones became empty, and the fields of twilight bare as the gods slunk far away, but the soul chose new companions.
Isn't that just a Doctor Doom story?
The god of jests. The old gods did not look kindly upon the god of jests, for he was a slight thing, not mighty and terrible as they were, but small and weak and subtle. He knew nothing of thunder and floods, and less yet of fire and ice. To the great symphony of creation he contributed only a single note, and nearly fell over himself during the grand finale. The god of jest did not complain about their contempt, but laughed at himself instead. The old gods made galaxies and suns and planets. They shattered continents and brought forth raging seas, and they made wild beasts with scales and horns to roam the land. Look upon what we have made, they said to the god of jest. What can you make that is its equal? So the god of jest took a crude monkey and gave it thoughts and language, and taught it to learn new things, and he was proud of his creation. The old gods laughed at this creature, and sent their creations to destroy it, and the little monkey was easily slain. Behold, they said to the god of jest, your creation is no more. Now the god of jest bent down and whispered in the ear of his fallen creature, and it rose from the dead, and behold, in death it had learned the language of the gods. The old gods protested that this was against the rules they had established, but the god of jest showed them the one exception to the rules they had allowed, the one note he had contributed to their creation because they had not considered it important. The punchline of a joke did not have to be consistent with reality. And so the creature was to be called human, it undid the old gods, and scattered their names to the winds, and conquered their creation. And the god of jest laughed to himself and said, they should not have killed my monkey.
It's a good moral.
Don't kill the
don't
monkey.
Don't kill another man's monkey. It's rude.
Never rob another man's rhubarb.
Yeah.
Without asking.
You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Ever see a grown man?
Yes, go on. I know the line.
I love
like
that
movies about gladiators.
Stewardess, I speak jive.
Dear God.
Fucking June Cleaver.
Oh.
Now, this is going to be one of those big puzzles. You have to memorize everything.
Son of a... This is difficult.
So going for that no jokers.
Yes!
You'll get it.
It's no joke.
You'll get it, Joker. I believe in you.
I know I'll make it eventually, but it's hard.
You can do it, Joker.
Possibly. You can do it. You can ball that Electro. Right? That's what you do in that game?
You can
Yes,
ball
that's
the,
what you do in that game.
You can ball the Electro, you can ball just a little.
Is that your name in that game? Do you play Balatro? Who is he? Is he like an action man?
So I actually, yeah, I've seen like pictures and maybe a few clips of that. But what is Balatro?
Okay, so let me boil it down to you. Okay,
well, is it Balatro or Balatro? Well, whatever.
Even its creator isn't sure how it's supposed to be pronounced.
That's fair.
That's the best way.
It comes from, I believe, like a medieval Italian word for jester. So what it is it's a roguelite deck builder based kinda sorta around poker.
Right.
So what you do is you start out, I mean, there's lots of unlockables and things that you get as you progress through the game, but you start out with a regular poker deck, the standard 52 cards, and you have, I believe, the first deck that is unlocked when you start the game, the red deck, allows you to play, I think, 4 hands and discard 3 times. And they deal you, like, 8 cards by default. And you try to make poker hands with them. And you are facing off against what's called a blind, which will tell you how many chips you have to score to beat the blind. Right. And when you beat that blind, you move on to the next blind. And of course, the chips get bigger and bigger and bigger. So,
yeah.
Okay.
Starting with your basic deck, these are the other cards that you get. You also earn money throughout this game in a couple of different ways, and in between each blind, there's a shop where you can buy individual cards and booster packs. So you have Joker cards, which are permanent cards by default. With the most decks, with a few exceptions, you have 5 slots for Jokers. And Jokers are the backbone of the game. Jokers can earn you extra chips. Jokers can earn you extra mult, which is short for multiplier, so your score gets bigger. They have all kinds of different effects, and there are 150 different Jokers in this game.
So a lot of Jokers.
It is. So you get all these Jokers, and they're wild. They're crazy things you could do with these, and a lot of them have very cursed artwork, which of course I love.
Nice.
Then there are tarot cards you can get from the shop. And tarot cards allow you to manipulate your deck. You can change suits. You can destroy cards that you don't want, so that cards you do want are more likely to come up. You can put all kinds of different enhancements on them. And then there's also planet cards. Each one of them, when used, will make a specific hand more powerful. Like, for instance, I'm looking at one of the ones I've got sitting off to the side right now. I've got Venus, which levels up 3 of a kind and makes it more powerful. And then there are spectral cards, which are really weird supernatural cards that can do all kinds of wacky shit to your deck and to your other cards. They just got all kinds of stuff. And you basically... I mean, it's complicated to explain, but you pick it up pretty quickly when you're playing it. And then you just go to see how far you can go. You are considered to have beaten a run when you get past Ante 8, but you can choose to continue until either you can't do it anymore and you lose, or the game can't keep up with how much the math has exponentially grown.
That's funny.
Because, like...
I need to stop getting Stoker addicted to games. He's too impressionable.
I do have addiction problems, Frederick. And you get to you get to a certain point, and like they have to start representing your scores with like exponents. People have gotten scores that exceed the number of atoms in the universe.
Oh boy,
it's ridiculous how this game
You can get numbers that are
fails.
big enough that they break floating point.
Yeah,
because the exponent gets higher than 2 to the 8th or whatever.
Yeah, it gets absolutely insane.
I didn't know 2 to the 8th could break. It's interesting.
There's this. Well, okay. So the way it works is that there's it is floating point. There are a certain number of bits that represent the the thing you're raising to the 10th power, and then there are things that represent what 10th power you're raising that to.
Right.
And that's a floating point, so those numbers can change, like how much is being representative of the value versus how much is representative of the exponent.
Right.
You can therefore make the exponent bigger than the amount of space you have available, in which case floating point fails. Now again, that is like, trillions of times more than the number of atoms that are in the galaxy, therefore for anything other than the most exponential of exponential equations, it doesn't matter.
Right. It's only a matter if you're doing like deep time or something.
Or Deep Rock Galactic.
Yeah, thank you. No, I mean there are proposed values for like events that could happen in the very late universe, but like that would have those kinds of numbers if you're counting from the beginning.
Yeah, fair.
But I mean, how often do you need to deal with that shit?
Well, it
Every
depends.
Tuesday.
Is your name is your name the Doctor?
Yeah, right.
And then you're like, oh, Doctor Who.
His name is not the Doctor.
It's the Doctor's monster.
The Doctor's monster.
The Doctor is the monster.
Sorry, that was a metaphor?
And meanwhile, I'm over here. I'm like, excuse you, don't you mean their name? Because the Doctor is not always male.
They had, oh my god, they had an episode with the gay romance. between him and this other.
I believe in a creator because
Really? Which doctor?
The creative force within myself.
Shuti?
To or reflective of something greater.
Well, I'll be
drive towards being and becoming.
Jonas, are you sure about that? You sure you didn't just watch porn knockoff?
Discovery.
All right.
Yeah, the porn version, Dongter Who.
All right.
To the contrary, I believe that the language of creation reveals
Dr.
the
Hung.
creator who
Dr. Hung!
between mathematics and music, whose suns and planets are notes of a melody,
Sorry,
whose
Rick.
galaxies are symphonies.
It's
A
okay.
nebula is a painting. An
Rick's
atom
like, it's okay, I still love you.
and they are all.
I
I know
enjoy
what I got myself into when I
If I'm
invited you here.
mistaken, and there is no creator.
I enjoy
then
that you're
the
having
beauty
fun.
of finishing the masterpiece.
We're all having fun, aren't we?
That's like the most like dad thing Rick said in a while. It's like, I enjoy that you're enjoying yourself.
It is a very dad thing, but it's true.
Deadflosion.
Dead.
Deadflosion?
He's the crew dad, even if some of us are older than him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's absolutely dead. He's driving the beat up station wagon, and we're all just in the back seats, like, just scrapping and playing Game Boy and just.
That is exactly what we sound like.
Yeah.
Honestly,
He's
yes.
gonna be the one who's sitting on the bench at Disney World watching us go on the roller coasters.
No, I definitely want to go on the roller coasters.
Nice.
There, see, he's the cool dad.
I just sit here quietly snoozing away with my,
Are there
with
any
my
roller
hockey
coasters
stick.
in VR?
Yes, there was that.
know.
There's actually a one of the worlds I wanted to show you guys
Yeah.
has a. Well, it's not a roller coaster, but it's similar.
Get out.
Oh no, I just had this thought. Someone might, probably already has. I'm starting to sound like Strong Bad. Gonna had to jump. Someone very easily could and probably already has recreate the Haunted Mansion in VR.
Yeah.
Probably.
Probably.
If it's remotely popular, then.
Oh, it's remotely popular. Oh boy.
I was gonna say Ray found the Final Fantasy 14 overworld
That's
in
right.
VR chat, so
And I found Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, there's a good dozen or so 14 worlds. Just 14. There's plenty of other Final Fantasies in there too.
You know, it's funny because I'm gonna do one of those Grandpa Jonas stories. There's a lot of places where you can tell they put a lot of work into it, and nobody ever goes there. Well, it's not the first time I've seen something like this. I remember back in the day, in the 90s and 2000s, when I was on FurryMock, which is a multi-user text interface with no graphics whatsoever, in which everything was described like Zork style with prose. You'd run into all these sprawling rooms and worlds and stuff that were actually there were loving descriptions put into those paragraphs, and also scripting to make it so that they had subtle interactions. And somebody, you could tell people really cared about it. And then of course everyone either hangs out at the west corner of the park or one of the sexy spots.
I forgot.
Well, as long as they had fun making it.
Yeah.
I forgot until you said that west corner of the park was an actual location in that, and not just the name of a comic based on it.
That just gross little,
Oh, Groot.
Yeah, he sure is a person.
Technically? Technically.
Yeah. But yeah, the park also has several other, it has all the cardinal corners, just no one ever hangs out at the other ones. Well, hanged out. I don't know if people still hang out at the park.
Did these mucks even exist anymore?
Yeah, very much still up. Although, it has seen, since then, there's been Furcadia, there's been Second Life, been VR Chat.
I still cannot figure out what I'm even supposed to do in this puzzle.
Solve it.
Yeah, but where?
Thank you, Jonas.
The goal is right there. I don't see any obvious way to get in there. So, what am I supposed to do? What is that laser beam even pointing at? I don't know. I can't see it.
Me.
I refuse.
It's like 79 degrees in my room.
Oh, my
Joker.
desk. Yes.
It's your fault.
You're right. It's my fault. I shouldn't have.
You're just too hot.
Yeah.
It's true.
Stoker, how dare you send that warm Gulf air up to Jonas?
You know, it's funny. In Hawaii, I didn't mind the warm, sticky humidity because it was fragrant. It was like there was this wonderful tropical flower smell all the time, and you just, it was okay. It was
pretty
like
sure that's the smell of rot.
I mean, flowers rot. I mean, listen, rot is a very sweet smell.
Yeah. Well, okay, let me put it this way. It smelled, no offense, it smelled better than when it was warm and tropical and humid in the south.
How dare you, Jonas? How dare you say something so fucking true?
Look, you get warm and humid and tropical down here, and then the only thing you smell is sweat.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't smell bad. It just didn't smell as good as Hawaii.
You're like, it didn't smell bad, it just didn't smell good.
It didn't smell awesome. Keeps this Jones Rickle so big and full body tracking. I can't speak for Rick. I can't afford full body tracking right now. I mean, I looked at the Vive setup, the whole deal with all the dealy bobs and the base thing, and if I had that's like that. If I had 3 or 4K to throw around. Actually, not. More
yeah, when you send a body through the mail, body tracking is real expensive.
But yeah, I neither have the money for that or the system for that. I mean, it would be kind of a waste. So,
I was wondering,
on the other hand,
do you think the technology is really quite there? Because it feels like it could still go a long way to mature.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
There's still a lot of stuff that can be done to improve it. I mean.
Oh, yeah. Both in terms... I mean, I can't even mention all of them on stream because some of them are a little adult, but people are working on new things. Innovations, let's say.
My eyebrow is already waggling.
I know a dude.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
I
know a dude. He goes by QDOT, and he is developing some interesting software for interesting things.
I know what it wants me to do. It took me so long. Okay.
But yeah, the revolution in VR will be powered by thirst. Really.
As most things. I was going to say, as most internet technology has been.
It's not
that is technology for the last 30 years. Porn has been the leading thing.
Yeah, it's not going to be philanthropy. It's not even going to be primarily about profit. It's going to be about thirst.
It sure as hell ain't gonna be the metaverse.
Yeah. Now, see, if people were phrasing that might be a different story.
Yeah, that's the thing that gets me about the metaverse. I think I mentioned this a few streams ago, so this may sound familiar. This told me everything I needed to know about the extent of the imagination of the people who came up with the metaverse. There was a TV commercial. and it wasn't even for the metaverse. I forget exactly what it was for, but there's like this guy with like a VR headset on, standing out on his lawn, doing like with his little hand things, and his wife's like, "Oh, like, honey, what are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm bundling car insurance in the metaverse," and I'm like, that's the most exciting thing you people can conceive of for VR technology. That tells me everything I need to know about your souls or lack thereof.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm bundling my car insurance in the metaverse. That was how he sounded.
That's exactly how they sound. Oh, Stoker, I want to ask, is Balatro multiplayer?
No, right now it's only single player. But this game is not very old.
Okay.
This game only came out in, what, January or February? I mean, it's been in development for a while. But, so who knows what the dev has in mind for the future. The dev is very mysterious. They're a solo dev, but nobody really knows anything about them.
You know, whenever I hear that term solo dev, I always think of the way Max uses it, like, solo dev! Hey, me solo devs! He totally has this, like, heroic way of saying it. That makes me want to be like, you know, Spanish, have you heard the legend of the solo dev? Standing alone against all other programmers, needing not a corporation or a grant or anything, only their own nimble fingers. This is the solo dev.
Nimble fingers.
Stop it. So it's like, gee, those nimble fingers are going in places.
Well done, Jonas.
Thank you. Why do we get shy? I mean, come on, what the hell?
Jonas is all like, ooh, woo.
Walk.
Ooh, woo.
I don't want to set it bags up for the innocent little flowers in chat.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you know, we have to...
Woo.
Stop it! No, don't do woo. Please don't you find.
Oh, I probably could have played a flush house just there. Oh well. That's another thing about Balatro. Because of the deck manipulation techniques, you can also create hands that don't exist in regular poker.
Nice.
Like 5 of a kind.
Yeah. You ever seen the various attempts at a 5th card suit? Like...
Don't know that I have.
Let me... Hold on.
I saw one that was like, it had 6 suits. It had
6 suits?
Yeah, it had the 4 standard ones, the spades, clubs as the black, hearts and diamond as red, and then wheels and rackets for blue.
Right. Now there have actually been archaic tarot decks that use the 4 standard suits and then a 5th suit.
No, I believe it. The tarot deck and the poker deck kind of co-evolved. So.
Right. And let's see, like sometimes the 5th suit will be crowns or eagles or stars. I think there's one that has shields.
Yeah, I liked how in the original Mario RPG they had all the characters charge up for special attacks, have a card suit, but then Gino had star for his.
Yeah, that's one thing I do wish they had kept in the remake. Oh well. Club cards are debuffed. I'll debuff your club.
Ooh, woo.
The boss blinds in this game have different effects, some of which are quite the pain in the ass. Yeah, that's exactly what poker needed, boss fights.
I mean...
Yes, Miller?
Boss fights in poker sound cool.
Yeah, it's true. Until the squishalope gets you.
Oh no.
No.
That's way I hope.
It's behind you. Oh, that should be in my new form.
There you go. Fund it.
Get like the Helicon pitch down my voice. Be like, hugs, hugs now, hugs for the squishalope. Let me engulf you.
Well, that's what this is for. Okay.
Let me engulf you. Now it sounds like more.
Yeah. Nah, the squishalope was like a huggable eldritch abomination. So. Yeah. It's a hug.
Same.
It's a hug you don't survive. And if you do, you go insane.
Alright, what we got? Ooh, malt. Don't mind if I do.
What are you drinking beer or something?
No, I said malt, not malt.
Oh,
Malt.
okay.
Nah, you know me, Jonas. I've never actually been that big into beer.
Yeah, that's true.
Wait,
I like
is this
that.
better, or is that better? No, that's still better. Okay.
Joker's the wine guy. I'm more of the beer guy. I mean, eat as much as I drink, which is rare.
I haven't
It's
drunken.
Slush. It's Slush.
Slush
Hey,
is here.
Slush. Happy
Slush
post
dog,
birthday.
Slush dog. He's there in the chat. He's a little slush dog.
Hello, Slush.
How's the dog doing?
What that dog doing?
What that dog? Look at that dog.
Look at that dog.
What that dog doing? Oh, woo.
Ooh woo. Ooh woo woo.
We are reaching heretofore unknown levels of what the dog doing.
Today is Slush's actual birthday, so everyone please spam them in chat with birthday emojis.
Happy birthday, Slush.
Happy birthday, Slush.
Whoops, not that. There
Happy
we go.
birthday, dear Slush.
Happy birthday.
Just got back from a theme park.
Oh, hell yeah. I love theme parks.
What was the theme?
If it's like most theme parks I've been to, the theme is spending lots of money.
Yeah. There's a reason they call them concession stands. You know, I wish I'd had more of a chance to see Colorado stuff while I lived there. And now I can never go back. Because if I do, they'll kick my ass.
That's true, they banned you from the entire state.
They've got a border watch just for Jonas's.
Yeah.
Jonas, don't get yourself banned.
Why not? It's fun.
They stop cars and are like, hey, do you have any Jonas in there? You don't have any Jonas in there, right? Because
if you do, he's due for an ass kicking.
Yeah.
Our sign says no Jonas says. We can have one.
Yeah. But no, I wanted to see more of Denver. I wanted to see, like, Epic Park. I wanted to see Boulder.
You ought to see the Western Slope at some point.
Yeah, I know. Oh, well.
I think
One
you'd
day.
like it. It's all deserty and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
God, it would get so quiet out there at night.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
And then there's, like, the whole, like, eastern part of Colorado. There's, like, nothing, and it's pretty much like Kansas. It's like Kansas is Kansas extension.
Kansas Annex.
Yeah.
Annex.
I don't know.
Go on, try it. Canucks. GC.
What's up?
Kansas.
It's okay, I was just testing to see if you were paying attention.
Oh, GC, do you need to go for the driving thing?
No, actually, they're going to do it later.
Oh, okay, good. Didn't want to.
I'm
I just heard about that. Rick, did they explain why that thing is sort of tilting?
What?
Other than it looks cool. Did they explain why that big building in the background is tilting? Is it like, is there a reason for that, or is it just?
I don't think they've explained it. It
Okay.
might just be an art installation.
Oh, okay. I was just robots. They always make such funny art pieces. You know,
So how does this
artificial
coconut taste
intelligence.
to you?
It's a
It's
gas.
kind of wooden, very crunchy.
Did humans just have weird taste, or is this some function of subjectivity? Without more precise data about the human brain, how do we even know this is what they experienced when they tasted a coconut? Bloody qualia.
I think you're supposed to have the inside.
No, I like the crunchy bit.
Does it matter what it tasted like to them? We want to expand the horizons of human experience, not recreate them.
How do they eat?
The girl has a point. 1K, let's try eating sand.
I guess. All right, there you go.
Mechanical gyre.
Gyre? I hardly even know. Okay, I'm done with that.
That was fast. Even for you.
So who are we gonna raid? Why don't we raid? Oh wait, no.
Why not? Okay.
Slightly not tall enough.
Just raiding back and forth forever.
Hey Slash, do you ever have a thing where like you raid somebody and then like a second later they finish?
It's called
I feel like-
pulling a Jonas.
All right.
I feel like it's just a universal thing with rating, is that he sometimes doesn't work.
Like what I have to do is kind of like lurk in somebody's stream with it muted and kind of determine based on whatever's happening on the screen whether or not they're about to stop.
You stream lurker, you.
They shame me when that happens. God!
This is funny. It's very funny. Okay, fine. It's not funny.
Flo says, damn, Jones, you just got verbed. Look, I've had my noun verb before, okay? I'm not afraid to admit that.
He's not a virgin.
Okay, get out. Get out. Get out.
I'm so proud of you.
This one was one of my favorite puzzle rooms of the DLC.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah!
Oh, no.
Oh yeah.
Good timing.
Welcome back.
Jesus,
Welcome back.
Yay. That finally worked. God. That doesn't work. I also need to made that one.
Yes, Jonas.
I think never mind.
You sure, Jonas?
Don't want to overdo it. I think
When
that is
has that ever stopped you?
It's almost midnight. And boy, that means I'm gonna conk the hell out when I'm done with this stream. Even though flipping everybody's on VRC now, like half my.
Oh, I see.
And whose fault is that?
Mine, me, it's all me. But no, I agree. Sleep.
But Jonas, VR chat.
No.
Wait, is this? Yes, this is the right one. Okay.
What do you do at a party when you have to be like you just want to like you're not annoyed at the person you're talking to, but like you want to like talk to other people. Like, what do you say? What's the easy out on that?
Smoke bomb.
Like, okay. But it means you just say like, okay, I'm gonna go talk to other people now. See you later. Like, you
No, you're like, oh hey, it's so and so. Hey, it's so and so. Excuse me, I need to talk to them about something.
Well, you make that sound easy, Stoker.
It's because it is, Jonas.
Honestly, you need natural conversation, natural social skills. It's gross. Cancel.
Oh, criminy. You really tickled me with that one, or rather, more accurately, made me tickle myself with that one. Ooh, I wonder if I can get another 7. Ah, shoot. Oh well, I tried.
Can he get another 7? No.
Ah well, I still was able to play a flush, so it all works out in the end.
It all flushed out.
You can do it, Stoker. You can beat the Jokers.
That's right. What do I want to get rid of? Definitely clubs. Definitely not done.
So did I glean earlier that you're trying to play without playing Jokers?
It's a challenge, yeah. It's one of the things in the late game, or you unlock them as you go through the game, and it's hard.
Joker, how long have you been trying that Jokerless run?
Oh, I don't know. It's just been a little while.
That was a really well-built room. I liked it.
Well, Rick,
Byron,
we're happy for you.
if you want to talk to Alcatraz, he's free right now.
Sure,
Another wild.
You say you liked it or not?
Yes,
You know,
I
it's
liked
funny.
it.
Alcatraz said the same thing the other day. It's almost like you two are avoiding each other.
You're cute. Can we talk for a moment, please?
Of course. Are you okay?
I was just looking at the waves, relaxing, and suddenly I started thinking, am I a terrible person, Yakut? I caused so much pain. I drove mother and father apart. I almost derailed the entire future just because I was arrogant and entitled and self-important, and now I just get to have a cool boyfriend and colonize planets and sit on beaches and how is this fair? How is any of this fair?
Wait, you think I'm cool? That seems more in line with Akut's personality, but...
It wasn't all you, Miranda.
You're right. My situation was the result of its historical context. I didn't cause the crisis in New Jerusalem. I was born because of it. But you see, that's just more evidence that I'm a terrible person. Because I always make it all about myself.
Just like how you're making this about yourself. Don't say that, that's bad thought.
Yeah.
Terrible people don't ask themselves that kind of question.
That is true.
Terrible people don't ask themselves that kind of question.
I guess that's true. But why do I find it so hard to accept all these good things that have happened to me?
Hmm.
I think we spent most of our lives in a world that made it very hard to like yourself.
I think we spent most of our lives in a world that made it very hard to like yourself.
I like how I feel about myself when I'm with you.
You're real.
I don't know if that solves the problem, but it seems like a good start. Now, do you want to talk about something else? I'm done being dramatic.
A lot of the conversations in Talos, if you dig into them, are just too real.
Yeah. At times it feels
How
like
are your parents?
Healing, I think. Still a long way to go, but I'll get there.
You know, we should really visit Eustathius at some point.
You're right. I've been meaning to get to know him, and he did invite us. I'll send him a message. Maybe we can go next week.
Did you come up with any crazy new ideas while I was solving puzzles?
It's not a new idea. Alexander Drennan came up with it first. But... dinosaur planet. Obviously,
Crystal?
there are lots of dinosaur species over millions of years, but I'm certain we could put together a functional ecosystem that supports all the really cool ones. I mean, not now, but maybe in 1,000 or 2,000 years.
Important to plan for the future.
I listened to some of Barzai's recordings. I'm fascinated by his view of the world, especially this notion of a creator who is reflected in his creation. I'd love to hear him debate Lithrasir, if we ever find him.
Can you invent a litter tray that disintegrates cat poo?
That's a brilliant idea. I can definitely do that. Just have to make
Please,
sure it
I
only
would pay
disintegrates the poo
anything.
that's outside the cat.
Wow.
When you think about the future, what are the dangers that we face?
Cat poo.
Armies of rogue litter trays mercilessly disintegrating us. No, to be honest, I think it's scale. The Earth is a tiny place by comparison to the infinite vastness of the cosmos. The theory of everything gives us incredible amounts of power, but there are stars out there the size of our solar system. There are black holes of 1 trillion solar masses, not to mention the anomaly.
All right, gotta go. Love you.
Love you too.
She just mentions the anomaly, and Yakut is just like, yeah, I'm not gonna ask. I'm just not
The anomaly
gonna
is
ask.
gonna be explored in Outer Wilds.
Oh, we just said midnight, by the way.
Fair enough. Yeah, I have raid target already lined up.
Target acquired.
That felt like it went better than last session.
Much better. And I must head out. I hope you guys have a good one.
All right.
Good night, GC.
Have a good night.
And we're about to finish anyway, so.
Yeah.
Duper.
That's right.
Duper.
Low Poly Llama. We're raiding the Dupe Troop. Give them lots of Ruku love, and we'll see you next time.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.